We have an aging construction workforce. The next 5 to 7 years is the silver tsunami. We don't have enough construction workers to begin with, let alone in the next 7 years. When you have people retiring that have been doing it for 40 years, there has to be someone in the pipeline that they're training to do this work. We're looking for candidates that want to start the construction trades and they don't know how to. When we're recruiting, we are going into communities that would not otherwise know about these opportunities. So we offer training programs that help get the basic foundation into the construction trades. So we help them get, OSHA 10, flagging, forklift certified. A lot of our students have barriers during the 12 weeks, removing as many barriers as we can. So driver's license, stable living, a vehicle, car insurance, things that would prevent them from entering the trades. Yeah, if you look at job sites, it's 90% white men. And so it's exposing them early. It's exposing the parents. So getting them in middle schools and junior highs and high schools, advertising, making sure that our media and advertising looks like that person. It's somebody that can't pay their bills. It's someone who's working 4 jobs. It's someone who has kids at home and maybe a spouse or a partner that's doing the exact same thing, and they're living paycheck to paycheck and probably still not cutting it. Probably crying in their car and trying to figure out, how am I gonna pay for next week's groceries versus my cell phone that I have to have turned on because my employer will call me. These are the folks that we are trying to get into our training programs, get into these high-waged construction careers and change it. Change the narrative. You don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. You don't have to make $12 an hour. We're doing the same work, but at different levels. I think Jason said to me the other day, we're kind of like the elementary school and Arcade's the high school or the college. Jason and Mary reached out to us about 1.5 years ago, had this fabulous training program and wanted to see if we had students that would maybe fit the scholarship opportunities. And I put it out to the alumni and we got a few into that class. Actually, one of the graduates from the Arcade and ANEW programs is now working for ANEW in our Rise Up development role. It just seemed like a good fit. It was a nice level up in their training. That was the whole retention factor. It takes a village. When you have opportunities like Jason and Mary are offering, it's even better. Now is the next phase of your career. Are you gonna be a foreman? Are you gonna be a project manager? What does that look like? Now they're thinking, I'm not just going to journey out. I'm actually going to run this job one of these days. And so here's this education that I'm now gifted because of this relationship that we were able to form. Because of that, some other contractors have now been in contact with Arcade to be part of the program, to watch now our partners we've worked with so many years finally see how important this training is. It's been a full circle, awesome relationship. Retention in the state of Washington for an apprentice is in the low 40s. That's very, very low. And so we want to get that up into the 70s and 80s. So we want to be part of that. And I think Arcade is probably one of the best partners we've come across in a long time that's doing similar work. You're changing someone's life and they're probably running circles around you thought your best worker. We actually had a student graduate, she's an alumni as well of Arcade from last year, and she's kind of fallen off the grid. And my first phone call was to Jason, have you talked to her? I tried emailing her, I tried to Facebook message her, had talked to her employer. Yes, she had in fact been laid off, not because of performance, but because of other issues. He called me and says, I haven't heard from her, but let's figure out where she is, what can we do? And so it takes a village for all of us. That retention piece again is that trying to get that state average up, and that takes everybody's efforts. It's more than a partnership of referring our students to his training program and then getting them out to work for XYZ construction company. It is the longevity of their careers, and if they fall off the radar and get laid off, it's this deeper, bigger partnership. I feel like Arcade is different because they understand construction. You can have, training programs through Renton Tech and University of Washington and Green River, and they're all great construction management classes to take. But when it comes to Arcade, they actually have experience off a job site. They know that there is a major disparity when it comes to the demographic makeup. He's really invested in trying to get the word out and reach deeper. Let's partner with ANEW. Let's partner with the PAC program. Let's partner with the places that are doing the training before they enter the construction industry. So I think they really understand that contractors are there to get the job done and make money, but these are also people. We need to make sure they're being treated right. Jason and Mary get that. So I feel like our missions align. My name is Megan Clark, and I am the Development Director for ANEW.